I feel like we have to do a new segment.
Okay.
I love new segments.
We're a big-time segment show. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
This one's going to stick around for a long time because I don't think this act is ever going to stop happening.
Here we go.
To fully illustrate what I was going through last night, I will read just one tweet that I got from last night, but it would be impossible to do it from this altitude, this level. Let's do some high horsing, shall we?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
So last night, okay? Last night, I got a tweet from somebody that said, "Hey, Pat, I came on to the Twitter platform to tell you that my name is Eric. And earlier today, I got in my car, I drove to Texaco.
What?
No, they didn't have any. I went to Shell.
What?
No, didn't have any. I went to BP.
What?
Had to get gas in my car.
Okay.
I was going to take said car to the mall so I could stop by Apple
Sure.
and buy an iPhone. I got all the way to Apple, tried to buy an iPhone, they were out.
Oh.
So I actually had to go onto Amazon and get the iPhone.
Okay.
On my trip back to my house to send this tweet to you, I stopped at Starbucks.
Need a boost.
Had to get a little bit of a boost. Had to get a little bit of energy. I plopped down on my couch. I turned on ESPN.
Okay.
I watched the Home Run Derby.
Great event.
Turned on a Disney movie on my second television.
Of course.
And I told you that you are a Saudi Arabian apologist because you are happy that athletes are getting $125 million from a new tour when the old tour was a monopoly for 30 years, not guaranteeing any money to any of their golfers. You are anti-American.
Whoa.
You are a bad person.
Whoa.
You should not have a platform, sir. You don't even know golf terminology. You don't know golf. The golf media, we might sound bah, 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 like sheep on a horse, but this is what I was receiving last night. Low-winded.
Eric.
Low-winded. Why did I just say all the things I just said? Was that actually in a tweet?
Maybe.
There's a lot of characters.
That's like it was.
Thread.
Thread. Okay.
Let me drink this real quick. My Starbucks.
Oh yeah. The box.
Almost fell twice.
That was close.
That was good.
Yeah, I saw
Great
that.
balance.
But the reason why I said such a tale is because although Eric drove himself, he could have got an Uber.
Sure.
Could have got an Uber there and did all that.
Yeah. Sure.
Just take a little peek-see here. So this is where Saudi Arabian money is. Okay?
Okay.
It's everywhere.
So, you know, could have taken an Uber, he drove himself, wanted to get gas. Stopped at all the gas stations there. Bought the thing on Amazon. Missed the fact that he bought a bunch of tickets for a bunch of concerts
That's right.
from Live Nation. He did fly on a plane at one point. Eric the guy that was
Boeing.
tweeting me a Boeing plane, which his engines are in absolutely everything. He watched a Disney movie. Obviously, we saw that entire thing. He was on Twitter
Right.
tweeting
Always.
me, which is actually, you know, they're the largest investor, I believe, hold the most equity in Twitter. And then if he would have went on Facebook, which I assume he did afterwards, and said, boom, got Pat McAfee on Twitter.
Should have seen it.
You know, that was amazing. And I just say that to say this. I am not pro Saudi Arabia's actions. I am not pro any country's actions or place's actions or state's actions that are like stupid and negative and not needed in our country and not in the vision of the future of what we would all like the world to look like. But what I am saying is I'm sick of the athletes being the only ones being attacked from getting this money from a moral standpoint when all of these companies get celebrated whenever they get an investment that's large that ups the net worth of them and their company and their business. Listen, there's going to be problems with money literally from any dollar that you see. We obviously learned from Bill Burr about Coco Chanel and his latest stand-up, and that was on her Wikipedia. And then we also know about the beginnings of a lot of Disney's beginnings of their company. Yeah. There's a lot of, you could take that down, Mitt. There's a lot of bad money in the world because there was a lot of bad people in the world for a long, long time. We hope to change that. We hope to become a better society, but also we have to realize for what it is that the money that you all are morally high horsing on is in your everyday life everywhere that you're at. And although you were never told that, now you're being told this about the golfers. If you're going to take a stand against athletes who have worked their ass off, we're on a league and in a tour that guaranteed no money, shouldn't we go after the bazillionaires that are also doing the same thing? Well, Pat, those are publicly traded companies. Oh, so the stock market's the only place that's allowed to collect money from a $675 billion fund for investments, and athletes aren't able to do it. Small business people aren't able to do it. That's a fascinating high horse to be riding your ass in on.
Absolutely.
And it's a shame because, like, the PGA Tour was something we all grew up watching. I'm a big golf fan. This is going to make the PGA Tour better, I think. Tom Smith, who's alleged to go to LIV, was flying a commercial coach trying to shove the claret jug into an overhead bin. Pat Perez, Dustin Johnson and the boys are on a private plane having the time of their life because there was an opportunity that Saudi Arabia saw. There was a business that was operating as a monopoly that wasn't paying their players or treating anybody correctly. Not anybody. I guess there's some people that are still locked with the PGA Tour. But I hate that we are being attacked as some group of people that don't understand the severity of things that have happened in the past in other countries. We do. A lot of people are calling me stupid last night on Twitter. I am, but also I'm one of the only athletes I think that really does business for myself and have had pretty good success. If I wanted to, and this is me, hey, how you doing?
Keep moving.
See that? One of these. This is me doing one of these. In the next couple months, I could run this company's worth up to $1 billion if I wanted to. Just like that. I could be a billionaire in 4 months if I wanted to. If I wanted to. If I was to accept every ad that we get pitched, if I was to go do live shows 2 times a week, if I was to do any of that, with all of our shit, I could run up to $1 billion just like that. Literally. It's wild. I did not know that was the case, but that's how the world operates. So I'm not necessarily as dumb as everybody thinks when it comes to business stuff, and I hate that the business of athletes is now being judged when nothing else is. It's all celebrated, but when an athlete does it, it's not. That's my stance. And, you know, the good news is, when reality kind of stinks, we can just go, like, play video games.
Sure. Nothing better.
Exactly.
Get away. Good escape.
PGA Tour has another one coming out. Look at this.
Oh,
Road to the Masters. So
Sweet.
doesn't matter if you love how the PGA Tour has treated its players for the last 30 years because it was able to do so because it had no competition. We all love golf. We all love the Masters.
Oh, yeah.
The chirping of the birds in the back and
The pimento cheese.
Azaleas.
Yeah.
The dog
and then no
gloves.
cell phones. Beautiful thing. We love that. And EA Sports coming together.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank you.
PGA Tour with the Road to the Masters.
Love it.
That's an amazing thing. Fuck, can't play. Sorry about it. Hate to break it to you.
What?
Yep, EA Sports, $1.1 billion investment from Saudi Arabia. They just did a deal with PGA Tour. So this is what happens.
That's not real.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, $1.1 billion. There's a chance.
God
And
damn.
PGA Tour didn't know this. Obviously, they would never know that. You know, just like the 23 other businesses that sponsor the PGA Tour that have Saudi Arabian investment money into it. So PGA Tour, ipso facto, kind of receiving, Saudi Arabian money potentially. I mean, unless every dollar is tracked and, especially digitally, you could probably do that. You could just cut it like and it doesn't go into the marketing department.
Divvy it up.
Because none of that money's going into there.
No.
No, of course not.
No, couldn't.
None of the bad money.
Yeah, you're right.
They mark that with a special ink.
Exactly.
But in digital, how do they do it? They probably tag it with like one of those
Actually
trackers.
0 or 1.
Yeah.
PGA Tour's not taking any of that, right?
No, Excel
From those
sheet.
23 companies that are sponsors of theirs that have, don't they have a Coke thing?
Yeah, I believe it's the presenting sponsor
Coke,
of the
too.
Players Championship.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, Coke?
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola.
What?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
American as they come.
It is.
No more Coca-Cola?
Well,
I'm drinking Pepsi.
listen.
What about the polar bears?
Well, I'm sure.
That's a mistake.
Well, AJ likes it. But yeah, $1.1 billion investment into EA Sports. It's in the game. It's in Saudi to PGA Tour. That money, obviously, none of that $1.1 billion went to the PGA Tour, right? Because if the PGA Tour was just like the other 23 companies, if they were taking Saudi money than the moral thing that all the sheep of the golf media that are attacking every athlete that is changing the course and the trajectory of its family's life forever. Those people would just be completely full of fucking shit then, right? Wouldn't it?
I mean, I suppose so.
Yeah, it makes sense, but also, that's probably going to be the best game they've had in the last 10 years. So, ipso facto, the PGA Tour game will make money for EA Sports, which will then, in fact, make money for Saudi Arabia. It seems like, if my math is right.
Well, listen, this Saudi water here,
Yeah.
okay,
But
it's really good.
Delicious.
delicious.
I buy a lot of it.
Sure.
So you're saying I potentially
Saudi,
helped.
Saudi apologist.
Yeah, there's a chance.
I got even worse news for you.
What?
What?
See that chain around your neck? Gold, okay? Probably Aztec gold, and the Aztecs used to cut off their people's heads
What's this guy's name?
Holy shit.
for the sun god.
Well, what
okay?
they do.
The thing I'm most scared about, and I noticed this as I was
Can't
horsing
wear
around
gold,
and I
baby.
seen me on there. Like, look at that right there. On my
Oh,
head.
no. Take it off.
That's tough.
I mean, the business they've done with people has all been completely clean by the book.
Above board.
Boom. Never ever talked about. And then, like,
Oh, yeah. And Jobs is
Let's
bad
not
dad.
get into the suicide.
then
And he
this.
is a bad dad.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Where's fucking porcelain from? Is this okay? I
Hey.
think this is okay.
Yeah, it might
I
be.
think you're okay.
Take those fucking shoes off, though, right now. How about that?
How about the Nobles, the official
Oh,
sponsor
yeah.
of the Saudi Golf League?
What?
Yeah, and
The
then also,
SGL?
well, then CNN, also the official media sponsor of the Saudi Golf League. So CNN, that can't be.
Oh,
What are they doing?
you serious? Oh. Anderson Cooper?
Golf media told me.
Yeah.
Because I'm supporting the golfers getting life-changing money that they've worked their asses off for and sacrificed so much. You don't just fall into being a professional athlete. There are some businesses where people just happen to bloop out of the right birth canal and nepotism puts them right at the front of the line. We've all seen it. By the way, a lot of the businesses that are high horsing to me are actually those types of businesses. Very rarely does a professional athlete just pop out. The amount of work that has to take place to become a professional athlete in any fucking sport, and I'm not saying that because it was me that did that. I was the lowest form of a professional athlete. But the amount of guys that I've met in all sports and women that I've met all over the world that are professional athletes, their lives, their dedication, their passion, their entire commitment and being getting rewarded in a fashion that can set their entire family up forever. Like, I don't know how you could be against that, honestly, unless you were just 100% like, well, they're the only ones that are taking any of this money and benefit from it. And if that was the case, I would be against them.
That's right.
But that's not the case. And I think we just illustrated that. And I just got my breath back. And I just want to let everybody know, I'm not a Saudi apologist. I'm not any other country that did absolutely horrendous things that probably produced a lot of money, and a lot of their money is invested in a lot of things and started a lot of companies that you probably don't want to learn about. That graphic we just made, nowhere near the amount.
No.
Nazi-funded companies, China invested companies, Russian invested. I mean, if we are just going to start saying, well, the money where that money's coming from is a bad place, we're fucked. Take off all your clothes. Don't do anything. But I like the fact that we're at that point where we're going to say, hey, we are going to make the world a better place in the future, and we're all on board on that side. So with that being said, fuck all of you that tweeted me last night, and let's dive into the show. Last night was awesome. Home Run Derby was like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
Then the captain ran afterwards. At Boston Connor, you look fantastic. Shout out to your Nobles. Mac Jones, Saudi Arabian apologist.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's
right.
Noble
Yes, he
is
is.
in there. Just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that. So it's this ain't about you, Mac Jones, and Saudi Arabia right now.
Okay, fine.